aim of the long jump takeoff is to, as much as possible, maintain our speed from the runway into the sand whilst we generate height in the jump. Now, to do this, we have to understand that we're only going to be on the ground during the takeoff for less than 0.2 of a second, which means we don't have time to push. Instead, the aim of the long jump takeoff is to set up a long lever ahead of the body and then to learn how to run over that lever and use the lever to lift us up into the air. So we want to start with our basic jumping skills, which is learning how to set up the optimum size lever for the speed we're going and to how to time that lever with our speed from the approach. So an effective takeoff begins with an effective trunk position and posture. Now we want to be in this nice neutral position with our trunk, which allows us to move everything ahead of the body during the takeoff, but also allows us to lift our chest and lift our chin, which allows us to create that extension through the takeoff. So the fundamentals of our long jump takeoff are going to be this open posture and this nice tall posture in the takeoff. From here, we're looking to generate height by swinging this free knee through to the front. So we're looking to drive the knee up and forwards through the takeoff, which is going to be something like our optimum takeoff angle. And we're looking to have this 90-degree position in the hip, 90 degrees in the knee, and 90 degrees in the toe to give us a nice lift through the takeoff. Now, timing is going to be really important here. And what we're aiming to do is have that lift from that driving knee time up with our full extension from the takeoff leg. So if we get the timing right, we should hit that full knee flexion exactly the same time as we reach that full takeoff extension, and therefore the two work together to generate the height and the extension of the board. So that's going to put us into this extended position where we've got something high at the front and long at the back, something high on the left. So we want to have our opposite arm and leg action to create balance through this movement. And this is going to stop us from rotating forwards through the takeoff. So as we take off, we're going to drive the knee through at the same time as the extension, and our arms are going to drive to match that knee drive. So this is going to be our exit point from the takeoff. But we also need to know how we move into that takeoff to set up that long lever. And we do this using a long to short rhythm. So we should have a 1-2 contact, and having this 1-2 allows us to move the foot ahead of the body early, and from here we set up our lever and we can actively strike the ground and bring this knee through to its high knee position. So the takeoff should be a 1-2 and an active takeoff position to create that strength and that stiffness in the contact that allows us to bounce into the sand. So these are our basic takeoff positions, and an excellent way to teach these are using skipping drills, because when we skip, we're forced to have this upright posture, we're forced to have this 1-2 rhythm, and we're learning to time that active takeoff with the driving knee and our opposite arm and leg action through to a nice takeoff posture.